I'm Sierra.
And I'm Maggie.
And we're from the Gymnastics too. Welcome to Flipping Friday. Now, before we get started, make sure you stop right now and subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button to become a part of the TC2 crew. And if you want to go one step further, click the bell icon so you can be part of our notification squad.
Also today, we are going to be doing how to get your back handspring in one day. So if you need your back handspring,
this is the video to watch. Yeah. So we've done a ton of back handspring tutorials in the past. We've probably done hundreds, just kidding. But we decided to make one that covers pretty much everything with old tips, new tips, put into one video so you can get it in one day.
Also, if you have your back handspring, do not click out because you'll get some tips in this video too.
So let's get started. So really fast before we get started, we want to include one quick little disclaimer. Obviously, all these tips, if you do them correctly, could help you get your back handspring in one day, but safety is the #1 priority. So if you aren't comfortable getting your back handspring in one day or throwing all this stuff super fast, take your time, take it easy. Your back handspring will come whenever it comes, so just go as fast as you can. So let's talk about some skills you should have before attempting a back handspring. First, I would say you absolutely need to have a back bend kickover, and you should have a back walkover and a back limber. The last two are optional, but they're really going to help you out for this whole process. So to approach your back handspring, you start standing up with your arms by your ears, swing your arms down and squat, and then jump and throw your arms up back by your ears. A couple of key things to remember is, one, when you're starting your back handspring, make sure that your arms swing down and they're all the way back up by your ears by the time you're jumping off the ground. Your legs need to bend at your knees, weight in your heels, and kind of lean back a little bit into it, if that makes sense. Another thing you can do is record your approach to see if you have it down. Right here you can see Maggie's chest is too low. You want to keep your chest upright. Now let's go through what a spotter can help you do. So a spotter is going to have one hand on your back and the other hand on your legs. The hand on your back is going to support your back, and the other hand is going to throw your legs over. Something that is so important is to remember to jump. Do not be afraid to do that. Your spotter is going to help you get around, but if you don't jump, it's nearly impossible to spot. So I cannot stress that enough. Please jump and go all out for the skill as if you're doing it by yourself. Your spotter should only be spotting you however much is necessary to get you to complete the skill. So if you're doing 60%, they should be spotting 40%, and they shouldn't be doing 100% all the time. As you get closer and closer, they can switch to just spotting with one hand. So if you just can't find a spotter anywhere, one thing you can do to help get over your fear of going backwards is to do the jumping drill onto a bed. It's going to help you get used to going backwards and not freak out as much. Now we're going to take a quick mental block break. So at this point in the video, a lot of you guys are probably like, I can do this, like check, like did it, and then you're to the point where we're about to say, it's time to go for the skill. And this is where you're probably like, I can't do it.
And if you're like not confident, we don't want you to go for it because like
this requires
like you have to be confident.
But we're going to try and boost your confidence and try and get you to help with throwing the skill. So number one, if you know how to do the skill, then you're already halfway there. Okay, knowing how to do it is the most important part because you know what your body needs to do. It's just kind of getting that mental block out of there so you can say, okay, I got it. I'm just going to let my body do what it knows how to do. Also, while we've been showing you all these steps, make sure that you are 100% confident with each one and you don't kind of like half finish one before you move on, because you're going to feel way more confident if you finish each step. You have everything we said you should have, and you like practice it a lot before you move on to the next one. So maybe go back, try them, don't rush through it. So one thing you can do if you're scared about hitting your head on the ground because your arms are going to bend and you think you're going to hit your head, is to practice keeping your arms locked out. If you do this, and then Megan can push down on my hands, and if I keep them locked out, that kind of helps to mimic if Megan's hands are the ground. When I feel something against my hands, I keep them locked out. You can also do that against a wall if you don't have someone to help you out. Even if your arms do bend a little bit, it's not the end of the world. You're still going to stop yourself, slow yourself down. Your head still might not even hit the ground if your arms bend, so While it's important to keep your arms straight, it's not the end of the world if you don't. Just practice some drills to make sure they do stay straight.
Also, the other thing that can go wrong is if you land on your knees. Like honestly, if you land on your knees,
you already did that handspring.
Like it's not
you just
the end
gotta
of the
work
world.
on it.
It's just you have to like work on
landing on your
down.
knees is the least of your worries. If you do that, you have your back handspring. You just gotta work on not tucking your knees in, and we'll talk about that once we get past the jumping back part. Here are some final drills we can do before throwing the skill. So one is a handstand hop, again just kind of to help with keeping your arms locked out while maybe blocking through your shoulder just a little bit. Another thing is a snap down drill. It's going to help you land the back handspring by snapping your feet down at the same time. Now go time, so it's time to just throw the back handspring. My biggest tip for if you're still afraid to throw backwards is to just imagine that you're jumping onto your hands, okay? Because that's exactly what you're doing. So just try and jump onto your hands and then back onto your feet. A skill like a back handspring takes practice, so try your hardest. We believe in you, and good luck. If you guys liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let's try and get this video to 15,000 thumbs up.
So if you haven't already, make sure you go give it a like to help us reach our goal.
Also, we want you guys to comment down below whether you have your back handspring or if you don't have it yet. And we'll pin our favorite comment down below, so if you comment, you could be the lucky winner.
Also, since it is Flipping Friday, that means there's a new TC2 crew member of the week. So this week's TC2 crew member is...
If you want a chance to be next week's TC2 crew member, all you have to do is hashtag TC2 crew member on a picture of you doing cheer or gymnastics on Instagram. And we'll see you on Tuesday.